So that quest, the problem with it is that all it was showing you was how to slap in some elements. It was nothing else other than elements. And when you first start playing the game and you're playing through non-steel path, there's no point in which you need to have elemental stuff on your weapon. Like, you totally don't need it. You could. It does help for certain things. Let's say like electricity with corpus, or like toxic with fucking like, or making corrosive for Grenier. You know, stuff like that is important, but they didn't show you that in the quest. All they showed you was like, oh, throw this elemental fucking electricity and shoot at this drone, and you see the drone takes more damage from the electricity. At no point does the game ever get that difficult with the mobs. Like, literally, you could just go into your arsenal, right? You're just gonna, let's say you're gonna slap on some mods, right? Literally all you need is this. Let's say serration, right? That's the percentage damage that I was just explaining, and then a multi-shot. That's it. So you're gonna get, I don't think I have a regular multi-shot anymore because I upgraded to galvanized, but you're just gonna slap in a regular multi-shot in here, not the galvanized one, because that's all I have. Obviously, I'm using it as a demonstration. But multi-shot makes it so that you're shooting more bullets out of your gun. So let's say if you're shooting a sniper and you shoot one bullet normally, now it's gonna shoot 2 bullets instead of 1. So that percentage is all based on 100% means that's a guarantee of the second bullet. And then the percentages after that means that it's a chance. So let's say if the multi-shot said 130%, that means you have a guaranteed second bullet and then a 30% chance to shoot a third bullet. That's basically how it works, like, essentially. So anyways, all you need is multi-shot and then an actual like serration, like, you know, percentage damage mod. They're all different names depending on the weapon type. But that's it, period. You don't need to slap in anything else. You don't need any elemental nothing. You don't need none of that. I mean, if you have it, you might as well throw it in there. You might as well. You know what I mean? Just throw it in there because you have it. But you don't need it. You could literally play all of regular Warframe with just these 2 mods, period. And that's until you get to Steel Path. The moment you hit Steel Path, that's when the whole game changes. And that's where it gets a little bit more complicated with your builds. That's when you need to have maxed out mods. You need to level them all up with endo, and you need to have arcanes, and then Rivens come into play and they actually are very helpful. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you need all those things. But until that point, you don't need to mod like that. It's not that important. So I feel like that tutorial was fucking useless because it didn't really teach you anything other than slapping in electricity or whatever. But it's not gonna work for every situation, you know. So yeah, that's the downside with that quest. I was expecting a lot more from it, but oh well.